Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Here come yes, I told that nigga Shannon Sharpe, leave that white nigga alone.
Yo, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Listen, man. Monique comes out, man, and Monique fashion and pretty much tells Shannon Sharpe. Now it's part of her whole comedy run, her whole skit. She did tell him. She told Shannon Sharpe, man, leave them young girls alone, man. But she didn't tell him to leave them white bitches alone. But boy, she sauced it up on him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, you got to understand the day got to end, man. Man, Shannon Sharpe, I don't think he catches a break. I definitely think that he's one of the dopest dudes when it comes down to the way he moved and got transitioned into the podcast world with Club Shay Shay. But when you look at Monique and when you look at all the guests that he had, hers probably was the most, I guess it was close to, hey man, you need to calm down on these white girls or on these women, younger women, period. It really wasn't the white girl. It was pretty much the younger women, period. But Shannon Sharpe evidently didn't take heed to a message because this was a month, almost a year ago. And then this comes out with Gabby. And basically what you have with Shannon Sharpe is, hey man, they're not slowing down, man. And when you look at just the scrutiny that he's catching, man, you think about my boy Stephen A., who's supposed to be his partner, who really let the dogs out on him. It's crazy to me that people who's supposed to be your friends, they'll flip and turn on you. And y'all know that in real life. There is no reason why everybody's coming for Shannon now. But I mean, I think Monique was probably the most sincere when she told him, because to be 56 and out here still trying to find somebody to love you, it's not easy. And that goes for the woman and the man. When you look at Kevin Samuels, he tried to explain that whole dynamic when he was alive and doing his thing. So again, Monique comes out with it as a part of her skit. And we all know that Monique really did speak on this when she was doing her thing. Y'all can't lie and say she didn't speak on this when she was on there doing her Club Shay Shay interview. Her Club Shay Shay interview was dope in itself, but I read the, it was an article that came out on, let me find this damn article. It was crazy to me. It says, Monique warns Shannon Sharpe about young bitches in the clip resurfaced, okay? It says, in a candid moment from her February 2024 appearance on Shannon Sharpe Club Shay Shay podcast, comedian Monique offered the NFL Hall of Famer some point relationship advice. The clip, which recently resurfaced online, showcased Monique's signature blend of humor and sincerity as she cautioned Shannon Sharpe of dating significantly younger women. Says Auntie Monique's dating wisdom. Shannon Sharpe needs an old fat gal, Monique declared during the interview. Someone who bakes good cake, someone who make a smooth turkey and rub his feet at night. She emphasized, you don't need no 26-year-old gal. You don't need a 36-year-old girl. This is the only auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and go get yourself an old bitch out there. You know, it's tough on the brothers, man, because they really, you know, young girl be in his scope. But like I said earlier on my other interviews or my other reviews previously, Shannon Sharpe basically 54 to 19 is a long stretch. I can't even have a conversation with a young girl that's 19 and my daughter's 19, but just the mental level for me, I can't do it. And kudos to him for figuring that out, because I couldn't figure that out if I tried, if I wasn't married. I just don't see the 54 to 19 conversation going too well for me. I'm talking about things that she's definitely not going to be able to relate to. If you're trying to run a relationship play with her. Now, if you're just trying to knock her down, then it shouldn't even went this far. As I always been telling everybody, Shannon Sharpe, it shouldn't even let it go this far. If he was just knocking it down, it should have been a bam, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am type situation, and he should have moved on. But it became a thing where it became a relationship type thing. And I guess he had a track record for doing this, else Monique wouldn't even picked up on it when you really think about it. Monique, ain't no way in hell Monique supposed to know that this man is 56, dating nobody that's 26. Hell, that's 19. Hell, whoever he dating. So I don't know how she knew it, but she basically came straight for him, and she pretty much said it straight to his face. It wasn't she didn't even flinch when she said it. She pretty much just said what she said and held her own about it. And the only thing Shannon could do was sit there and look. And I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's not something that, what do you say to that? She was really giving him some real spiel, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I said, intelligence is something else. And I always tell people, and people don't like to hear this, but I say it all the time. If you got 10 billionaires, only one of them not gonna be married. So, go look it up. These are, research it. 10 billionaires, only one of them not gonna be married. So it's something about the marriage and the solidarity that keeps one grounded. Even when Jeff Bezos, when you seen him fall out with his old lady, his wife, he gave her the money, wouldn't marry somebody else. But he definitely made sure to get with whoever he needed to get with for that balance. So, but I'm thinking Monique gave him a hell of a strict warning, man. Let me play the damn clip. Hold on, just say, here you go, right here.
This dating thing, because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say what you tried to say. Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Wow, you heard what Monique said. You can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. You can't do it, man. And you seen Shannon Sharpe scream out in frustration like he loved them young women. So at the end of the day, it was definitely a tough conversation. And she nailed it. She looked directly at him and said what she said. And I believe that's why she said, now she switched it up and said white girls in the comedy skit, in her comedy show. But nevertheless, she said he was having issues with his relationship. She was trying to give him some pointers to help him to understand that, man, this ain't the way. Now, evidently, like I said earlier, he didn't take heed to it. If he'd have took heed to it, then he wouldn't be in that situation, guys. But I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know, get in the comments, let me know at 54, trying to date or be with a 19-year-old woman. Is that something that y'all, I have had so many different young girls around me. I talk to people married, but I have conversations with 19-year-olds. My daughter's 19. My other daughter's older than that. But I'm just saying, to have an intelligent conversation, and I guess you're not trying to talk to her, pretty much is all I'm saying. It can't be somewhere you just try to talk to her, or maybe that I heard the conversations. Y'all heard the recorded conversations where he's talking about choking her, and it seemed really like he's really trying to have a decent conversation with her, and she's barely speaking when you look at it. She's barely talking, and she's recording evidently. You see that. So the recordings are happening, but the conversation, just the back and forth between the two, if you go listen to it, you can go listen to it. I've talked about it enough, but you can go listen to it. Does that conversation seem enlightening to you? But to be, 54, trying to conversate, because these tapes, her latest issue with him was in January. So now we look at 56 to 20 or whatever. These are, I don't know. For me, it's not something I could do, but it's a lot of older cats that watch my show. Get in the comments, let me know. Is that what y'all doing now? Because I'm out the game. I've been out the game for a minute. I ain't been out there in the streets. Y'all in these streets, man. So get in the comments, let me know. Am I missing the mark here? Can you be my boy Shannon Sharpe's age at the 54 to 19 scale? Am I tripping? Monique said it. Evidently, she knows the boy business as well, because she hit it nail on. I don't know if it's a Hollywood thing and they all watch each other, who they dating, but she caught this boy slipping, and now she's made it part of her comedy, her stand-up comedy set. Do you think she's wrong for making this a part of her set, where she talks about Shannon Sharpe and what she told him. Hey, man, let me know what you think. Boss Talk 101, man, reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.